This video's made for adult collectors because it's nice to finally have hyper-articulated versions of these characters. I ran over my toe with the door, and it really hurts still. Ow. Action Edition is Blocky's largest kits as far as I'm aware, and their first three offerings were neat. Optimus was really nice, Megatron was alright, we're gonna ignore the fact that he's completely naked, and Soundwave is amazing. But they all share the exaggerated proportions of the large heads, larger hands, chunkier proportions. Here though, with TF1 Optimus, not only did they make the proportions way more accurate, they chucked a whole bunch of other stuff in the box, and this is great. I just wish the stand got an update. Action Edition TF1 Optimus here looks the part, feels the part, and plays the part very well as a MDLX-ish sized Prime. This was also sent over by Blokees. They have a wide range of Transformers products on their site. At the time of me writing this is not up yet, but it will be. You can check them out, linked in the description down below, so thank you very much, Blokees, for sending this my way. This is a model kit, so you have to build it, and the building experience is okay. There are a couple of parts that feel a bit harder to put together than others, and while this kit is labeled as toolless, I'd keep like a knife handy just to get rid of some numb marks, because there's like some on the feet and some on other spots that I left there so you can see where they are, because they stick out quite a bit. It does a couple of weird things in the arms, not bad things, just odd things. Looks first though. It looks great. It's somewhat metallic. The blue and silver do have a nice sheen to them, but the red is a bit flatter for my taste. The silver is slightly like tinted in color, not necessarily as intense as the Studio Series one, but it is there. It's subtle enough though that I think it works way better than that Studio Series toy. He is a nice size, similar to other Action Edition toys, but also the size of some of the other types of these figures on the market or soon to be on the market, and it does a lot. The kit can light up using the magnet inside the plaque. His eyes, ears, which is neat, and his chest light up. He also comes with a boatload of hands, like so many hands, so you can be as expressive as you want to be. And he comes with some weaponry. You get an axe again, and his gun. The gun does have a full handle, or you can take that off and put it in his hand, and he looks very cool holding it. Removing his hands lets you plug in the axe, which you can also flare the arm guards out to make it look a bit more interesting. And then you get a spinning axe, which does spin, but it doesn't spin as freely as I would like. Head looks fantastic. It reminds me of like the leader class one that they did, but more proportional. And his articulation. There is a lot. So as you've seen, this guy can do quite a lot. There are a couple of weird things that it does, but like for the most part, it's very nice. So to start with, the head is on a double ball joint, so you can tilt that far left or that far right, which is awesome. Then you can look up that far and look down that far, and then you have your full rotation. So like you can pretty much do whatever you want. It does look like the neck is a little bit further back than I would like personally. Focus. There we go. It's a little further back than I'd like personally. This autofocus, man, I swear to God, I might just get a new camera. This is stupid. These shoulders are neat because they're not on ball joints. They can do this, right? But that's not a ball joint. That's two universal joints that move so smoothly that it looks like a ball joint. So you can get the shoulders to go out that far at the base, and the shoulder pad moves with the arm to go out that far. So that's as far as you can get there. And then it can go down a little bit if you want to. These shoulder pads are independent, so that they're on a double hinge. So you have that butterfly joint there as well, forward and back. You do have a, like a, what is that, a mid-bicep cut, I'd say? And then the elbows. So the elbows are weird. They can only bend that far. However, what you do is, yoink, you pull them. And then you get your double bend out of there. So it hides the joint away, and you still get your full range, but then like, boom, now it looks fine and normal, straight. It's weird, but I like that. And then you have these little like bits that flare out here if you want to do that. The wrist is on a ball joint. All the wrists are the same. They don't have that much of a range other than a rotation. They can, you know, tilt a little bit. If you pull them out a bit more, you get a little bit more range, but I kind of wish they could go forward and back a bit more. The waist is odd. So you got your rotation. So you can do a full 360 there. There is no side to side, which is unfortunate. That I kind of wish there was some side to side motion. It just doesn't want to do it. The ab crunch though, and I'm going right here so you can see this. That's very nice, but you get a very deep ab crunch for something like this, which I think is great. So you've got that, it bends here, here, and here. So boom, there's your ab crunch. Now the hip skirts, they can fold in this way and move up at this little hinge here to allow for the legs to move out all the way. But when you rotate the legs, they go with the legs. I like that because the previous Blockies one, the smaller one, these were a little annoying to move and mess with. So like, that's great, I love it. So the legs can go forward that far. They can go, if you move the hip skirt, they can go back. That's as far as they go back, which is not fantastic. You do have your thigh rotation. Now the knees, when you bend the knees, this moves and this moves. So, and that compresses into there. So you get a full knee bend, and then when you bend it back out, watch that black piece. It pushes itself back out again. That's very nice. I like that. This piece can move. You can then open this black piece out and slide this out, and his wheels are in there. And they do roll. They just don't lock, so they're gonna fall back in, that's a neat little thing, I guess. I'm never gonna use it. And then the feet can go forward that far. They can go back that far, not very much. You have a bit of a limited ankle tilt. I wish it could go a bit more. You do have foot rotation and then toe bend. Now the toe bend does cause a little bit of a problem. So my copy's toes are a little bit loose, right? So if I put him down, he'll lean a little bit, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to like push it. So the toes just, he doesn't fall over all the time, but he does fall over every once in a while, and it can be a little annoying because these are not the strongest things in the world, at least on my copy. This is, as far as I'm aware, a final release sample, so hopefully yours is not like that, but everything else about the articulation on this thing, I really, really like. Also, the matrix is removable. There goes the door. The matrix is removable. Come on, slide. They're on little sliders that allow the doors to move open and close. Okay, another thing, the sliders are a little too strong for the actual clip, so you gotta gently wiggle it out and then open this up. Matrix is removable, but I can't get in there to take it out. It doesn't, so what I end up doing is just taking the whole chest off, and then you can take the matrix out. But yeah, and that's not really that's just a problem with the fact that this design is the way that it is. You can't get your adult fingers in there to get the thing out, and I've knocked this little piece off his chest. But yeah, he's fun to articulate. I really enjoy it. Now, you do also get some more stuff, that being extra packs parts. You get alternate faces, a new head, chest, and shoulder pads to make him look like transforming Orion packs. Not to mention you get a cog, which he has a specific hand to hold for reasons, but I like the fact that he can do both modes. I'll be displaying mine in prime mode, but the option is there and it's great. I definitely recommend this. It's a fun building experience, and at the time of me writing this, again, it's not on their site yet, but it should be by the time, or at least shortly after this video comes out, so you can check that out below. But yeah, it was a fun model kit building experience. I did use tools though, so you know, it advertised as not needing it, but I felt like I needed them. But as a beginner model kit sort of thing to make this awesome posable figure, it's great. But that's my look at Blocky's Action Edition Optimus Prime. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.